Yeah! Today we're checking out the Steakhouse restaurant at Disney Village in Paris.
Big question, how's the steak?
And is this a good place to bring kids?
Stick around to find out that and more, and discover if this would be a good fit for you and your family on your next trip to the parks.
The Steakhouse is located in Disney Village just outside the parks, and it's close to the Rainforest Cafe and McDonald's.
When you enter the steakhouse, you get this really true, old-timey Americana feel. It looks upscale, but you can stroll in with your hat and t-shirts on and nobody will look at you any differently.
This restaurant is child-friendly. There's lots of high chairs available so that even your little ones can enjoy baby's first steak.
This restaurant seemed always available to book a reservation, and that's because there's ample seating inside and out. On those nice warm Paris days, there's even a deck for you to sit on if you enjoy the fresh air.
The steakhouse is a steakhouse. So of course they have a lot of different steak options, but they also have other options if you're not a big fan of red meat.
We were on the Disney dining plan and we didn't want to spend any more than we had to, so we stuck with that option. Now this restaurant isn't necessarily a Disney restaurant, so when it comes to that dining plan, you only have a select number of options to choose from. We were able to order from the Chicago menu, which came with a starter, main, and dessert.
For starters, I got the Steakhouse Caesar salad. The croutons were amazing.
They look so good.
They were so crunchy.
I'll get the beef carpaccio with pesto, and for beef carpaccio, I'm sure it was fine. I personally didn't love it, but I'm sure people who love really, really thin pieces of meat would love it. This is one of those restaurants where if it's your birthday, they make a big deal about it.
Every 10 minutes, you'd hear clapping and chanting, and all the servers would come together to celebrate someone's birthday. Even the patrons would get involved, and we'd all start clapping.
But it was fun, the cake looked good. When it came to the mains, I got the Angus skirt steak because we were at a steakhouse. What else would you get?
I got the salmon penne
At a steakhouse?
at a steakhouse. The penne was really, really good and a great option for people who aren't a big fan of steak.
And it looked delicious.
It was so yummy.
When you go to Paris, steak and frites is going to be in the menu of almost every restaurant, but for a place called the Steakhouse, you really want it to live up to its name, and for me, I found it decent. It wasn't the best steak I ever had, but certainly was above my expectations for a piece of meat found at the Disney parks.
For dessert, our daughter got a mini Mickey cake.
And we got the chocolate fudge cake.
They were okay.
It was dark chocolate flavored, which is definitely not our favorite. We've had better desserts in the parks.
In total, the bill came out to 113 euros.
Thanks to the Disney dining plan, most of that cost was covered. What isn't covered in most plans, though, is additional beverages. And here I ordered myself a beer, so we had to pay for that one out of pocket. But other than that, the Disney dining plan took care of it. We just gave them our room key, which also has the dining plan attached to it. They swiped it, and we were free to go.
The Steakhouse was a fun family restaurant. I loved the theming. I loved how they celebrated birthdays. There's lots of food options for kids and for adults. And it was just positive vibes all around.
I was a bit nervous going here at first because it was a steakhouse and it's not always, the most friendly place for kids. But there were a lot of options for kids, so I was pleasantly surprised. Is it the number one choice to choose from in Disney Village? There's a Rainforest Cafe next door, McDonald's if you have a really picky eater. But if you want to go to a nice place and sit down and have a good family meal, I would definitely go back to the Steakhouse.
Thank you for watching our review of the Steakhouse.
Let us know in the comments what your favorite Disney restaurant is.
If you find this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe.